This is How to Preserve an Orange. Thank you for coming. I, welcomed you to be comfortable. I'd like to frame again in the beginning of this exercise. This will be participatory and interactive, but it's mostly your self-guided sort of response to how the prompts that I will present to you. And so, at any point, I welcome you to engage in the process, but also taking care of yourself. So always opting into kind of what you feel comfortable with participating or how you want to participate. I like to frame, think about anything interactive, that we all have our own edge, and that, we need to sort of define and understand where that edge is. And so for you, knowing where that is, like if we can sort of approach it to be in a little area of discomfort, that's where we can possibly like grow or have transformation or learn. But knowing the line of like not crossing that edge where we could possibly experience harm for ourselves. This isn't like a really intense process, but for anything interactive, I just like to make a note of sort of agency and consent that, you're never sort of obligated. You always are empowered to make decisions about how you participate or what you need. And opting out or, stepping back is a way of participating as well. So welcome. Thank you for, joining this process. As we arrive together, I just, want to have us take some deep breaths just to arrive and come together and kind of clear our space, whatever you've been sort of holding on for the day or thinking about, or what tasks that you maybe were finishing before coming here. We can breathe and just release and just, take some time to sort of allow ourselves to be here for the next about 45 minutes together and commit to that presence. So I'll cue us to breathe. So if you could inhale, take a breath, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. All right. I've been collaborating with oranges since 2017. I'm grateful to share this practice today with you in this connection and preservation of oranges. So we've all come together to learn how to preserve an orange. All right, so as we continue to breathe together, let's begin to connect with our oranges. So still mindful breathing, breathing in, breathing out, beginning to connect with the orange. What do you notice about the orange? Taking some time to look and examine its shape, any irregularities, what do you notice about its color, its weight? Its texture, if you feel like you've seen your orange, look closer. As you connect with your orange, take in the smell. Hold it close to you. What does it sound like? What are your first associations with oranges? Continue to examine the orange, thinking about these first memories. What comes up for you? Do you remember something about the smell of oranges, the taste? Maybe the first time you've seen an orange tree, if you have. As these associations come up, reflect on them with the orange, and then release them. Whatever memories or associations, share them with the orange, and then let them go. Now draw the orange close to you. You've shared some of your own stories, your memories. You've maybe bonded over these past associations, but now you arrive at the present with this orange together now. Drawing the orange close to you, whisper your secrets to the orange's navel. Consider how the orange takes these secrets into its flesh. You can also connect and communicate with the orange telepathically if you don't feel comfortable actually whispering. If you bring the orange to your forehead or any way to get close to it, or whispering it directly into the navel. As you whisper these secrets into its flesh, remember these secrets are part of you, and now they become part of the orange. Consider now how these secrets bond you and your orange. Let the orange hold your secrets. As you begin to deepen your connection with this orange, what do you notice now that you didn't notice before? Try taking a closer look. Details, scarring, imperfections, the hue, any slight gradations of color, the smell, the texture, maybe the stickiness of the peel, the way it sounds if you move it between your palms, maybe the weight if you move it between your hands, what it feels like to roll it between your hands. Continue attuning to the orange. As you continue to connect, I'll read you a true story about oranges. Everything I've ever written about oranges is a true story. An orange is always a poem, dribbling from my lover's mouth, squashed on the sidewalk, or pressed into the palm of a dear friend, and so on. I meditate before an orange nestled on its altar. I breathe deep orange fragrant spray spritz residue under fingernails. Do you have an orange beside you as you read this? You do. If you don't have an orange, I think everyone does, please pause and continue reading once you have acquired an orange. I have marked time, measured distance in oranges. I have felt the skin of an orange impossibly soft, sacred mark, then set it free to set sail infinitely. Hold your orange in your palm. Do you love it? I walk from the 27th block of St. Paul to the 20 block of St. Paul daily, collecting fragments of orange, documenting. I love you. I made a map of oranges between you and me, marking the trail, not yet. And that, too, is an ever-unfolding true story. Mark your orange sacred, not yet, or transformational orange sculpture, for example. I place 3 oranges on the floor in front of me, wondering if they'll whisper to me what happens next in the story. Are they ever even oranges? They could be clementines, tangerines, honestly, sometimes perhaps grapefruit. Do you have an orange, or did you substitute another variety of citrus? These are all navel oranges unless you brought your own. On far more than a single occasion, while sad on the precipice of hopeless, I have received a picture of an orange from a friend unknown. 1, I am not alone. 2, the universe is an ever-expanding, intimately connected mass. 3, love. 4, we'll be okay, you know. 5, appeal. Send a picture of your orange to a loved one. Orange in palm, orange to third eye, orange to nose. Inhale. Eyes soften, heart soften. Hold your loved one in your orange. I wrote a grant requesting funds to send everyone I love an orange. I have not yet heard back from the committee. When Eve ate the orange in the garden, she learned how to love infinitely and see the divine threads connecting all beings. Peer deeply into your orange. You begin to see. Last week, a whole orange sat patiently at the corner of 25th and St. Paul. I just ate one of the oranges on the table. It's not true. An orange is not a hairless, thick-skinned, pulpy peach. Consummate the sacred flesh. The true story was never about the oranges. It is always about the oranges. Now, as you've had some time to to know your orange, move with the orange. Move the orange, maybe between your hands, to get comfortable moving. Take some time. Consider how you dance together. What is it like to move the orange? What does it feel like against your body? Continue dancing with the orange. How does it move with you? How does it want to move? Maybe you've been leading the movement. Consider listening to the orange. Let it take the lead. How does it want to move with you? Remember to breathe. Letting it lead. What does it feel like? Its weight in your hand or on your body, its peel on your skin. Is it cool? Let it lead and think a little bit less about how you're moving. Just follow. Dance with the orange. What does the orange desire? Keep dancing. Keep dancing and keep breathing and listening to your orange. I cut open fruit and let the acid drip into me. I hold it to my face and walk the block to breathe in the scent. Let it sting. I'm feeling into it. You can't unsee it. An orange on the other side of the fence I pass every day now on my way to work. Marked transformational orange sculpture. It waits patiently. What I can see and can't see simultaneously. The orange transforming its insides to become a goo held in a container. We heal in relationship to ourselves, others, and the world. Like the fruits marking this distance of could be, not yet, can't now. Between two bodies and infinite worlds, I am transforming in unexpected ways. I believe in grand transformations. I believe everyone can hold an orange in their belly and become. This artistic practice is a sculptural process in becoming. Transformations of matter, transformations that matter. The ongoing, unfolding practice of creating self in collaboration with everyone else, making themselves to create worlds and possible futures. This is a practice of making art or objects in a process of evolution of self. What does it mean to make yourself? A small split in the peel festers and gives way to mold, then rot. If I peel open before the wound festers, I can consume the pulpy, gooey insides to become something new. To peel open entirely and consume offers new possibilities in becoming. I am breathing in the potential. Healing, after all, is not about becoming whole or arriving at any destination of completeness. It is to see the possibility of a future and embody that in the present. It is an ever unfolding nonlinear process. I am the orange smashed into the sidewalk, run over in the parking lot, squished under a mattress in the trash, waiting patiently to succumb to rot on the other side of the chain link fence. I am the orange digested to become forever part of a stranger who found me somewhere between here, the past, and some future. I am the orange discarded to slowly dig down, bury myself, and sprout something new, some impossible fruits. I am the orange transforming, healing in the simultaneous holding of broken and whole, future and past selves contained in a peel. Transformations aren't cheap. I'm digging with dirt-caked hands. I'm gnawing hungrily at my past in process to some future. I can be gentle with myself in the process. Desire, after all, comes from a position of lack. I am an orange in love with possibility, living for the horizon. An orange in segments is no less an orange. I'm staring into my eyes in the mirror, seeing all iterations of self contained in this body. Every version is here in this skin. Each past self and each self to come, here in this present, to love each and every one generously. We will anoint the oranges. So we'll spend some time, once you have received this oil, moisturize the orange. So through this anointment, massaging the peel of the orange with this oil. Consider this healing gesture, this exchange of care. Massaging the peel, moisturizing, rubbing the oil into the skin. Think of this exchange of care, this act of healing. Touching the orange to your own skin, rub the excess onto yourself. What does it feel like to receive your own care? Think about that, how that feels, receiving that care feels for the orange. What does it feel like to give and receive care? Taking care to moisturize thoroughly. There are many methods for preserving an orange. You could freeze an orange for up to a year. You could pickle an orange, submerge it in hand sanitizer, dehydrate, place on the ground before the first snow, and retrieve it months later when the snow is melted to find a transformed being. This list is not exhaustive. Today we preserve these oranges through consumption. Now that we've fostered this connection, we will become together. Consider everything that you've shared, from the secrets that it's held for you, your times dancing, the acts of receiving care, this exchange of anointment, sharing your first memories with oranges, everything that you've shared with this orange. Moving together. Be here now with your orange. Has it changed since the beginning? Do you notice anything different? Does it feel different? Smell different? Now, how do you peel an orange? Consider, after this time that we've shared, whatever violence or gentleness, whatever that is absorbed by the orange nervous system in this process, will become part of you. What do you want to become part of you? How do you open? What harm will the orange hold in its skin that will be absorbed in your body? So maybe we can be as kind as possible to your orange, and thus yourself. Try to have a sincere moment with your orange contemplating this act of peeling, of opening. And what would be the best for both of you through this process before taking any further action? Consider what will be preserved. What remains of the orange or isn't? Is it still in the orange? Take a moment now to connect with the orange through this conversation. Ask it for its consent to become with you. For you to preserve it inside yourself. If you both consent to becoming together, begin opening. Peel the orange. Seeing the insides bared, witnessing the vulnerability. Now we can join together in this act of preservation through consumption to become. Eat the orange. May this crack the surface of what has kept you in isolation. I am the orange, and you can too. Can't unsee it. Now, with what remains, you can leave a mark. Thank you. We have learned how to preserve an orange. And this, if you have your peel, this is some paint. You can experiment with printing from the peel onto this piece to have a document of our time together.